What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker here with AJ Self Defense, and today I want to talk about the sour reality of sugar dating. And so I got this from an article, and I posted the name of the article, and I'm going to be going over some stuff about sugar dating today. It is a huge topic, but it's not a topic that we talk about. But there's been so many killings and so many problems over these last 2 years because of the increase in it that I do want to highlight it and talk about it. A lot of my students are girls that are in high school going into college, and I do work with different people as far as in regards to self-defense. But I'm showing them stuff like on the spot, like what do you do when somebody's attacking you? How do you avoid this situation? But what I don't get to do is dive into these topics, because whenever I see my students, I'm not looking at them thinking like, oh, she's going to be a sugar baby one day, or somebody's going to be a sugar daddy one day. I am totally like seeing a young person, 17, 18 years old, about to go into college, about to go into a different scenario, a different situation. And I got to do everything in my power to educate this young lady about self-defense and to keep her from getting into a situation. But the truth of the matter is, and I'm going to be going over statistics, there's a small percentage of girls going into this thing called sugar dating. The sour reality of sugar dating, you can type in this in Google and you will see and if you type in those names below, you will definitely see the article pop up. So why sugar date? So why do girls go into this? And guys, I'm going to do another video talking about why guys get into this. It's pretty obvious, but I still want to talk about it and go over the dangers of that. But I want to talk about why do women go into sugar dating, meaning you go into a date, you make an arrangement, someone is paying you for, should I say, services. It could just be to spend time, it could be intimate, it could be just to hang out, it could just be talk on the phone. And I'm mainly focusing on college students. So the first one is promise of connections. If you're a college student, you're thinking about, okay, I go to college, when I get out, hey girl, I got these connections I got for you. You can have an internship. I'm going to introduce you to the right people and you'll be able to go on your way. The second is financial aid, the obvious one. You also have paid vacation, status. Those two things are very important as well. So financial aid, yes, it's obvious. Show me the money, pay me. How much are you going to pay me? It could be in a $500 a month stipend. It could be a $2,000 a month stipend. It could be $400 or $500 per meeting. You see what I'm saying? So financial aid, and they word it like this, and I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. And I'm mainly focusing on college students right now. Of course, there are 25-year-olds. Of course, there's 30-year-olds, 35-year-old women on seeking arrangements, but I'm mainly focusing on college students. So the next one you have is status. Let me back up. You have paid vacation, right? So you get to go on these cool exotic trips, or you might get flown out somewhere. You get to hang out on the yacht. And the next one is status. And so, girls right now who are 18, 19, 20 years old, they've pretty much lived their whole lives on social media, not their entire lives, but from the age of 12 all the way until now, is social media. So they get their status from there. So let's say a girl is out in this exotic place. She's 21 years old. She's in Dominican Republic. Next thing you know, you see her in Hawaii. Next thing you know, you see her sitting in a Maybach, and it's just her in the pictures. Who's taking that picture, right? Now, I want to back up a little bit. If you see somebody that's living their best life, I don't want you to automatically assume. I don't want you to get on their Instagram and say, well, who's taking that picture? You must be a sugar baby, this and that. I'm just telling you, the order that it goes in, what motivates this stuff, how it starts, and I'm trying to put a why behind it. Some girls who are in high school right now, whenever they get out of the house, they can't wait to try this out. And I'm talking about a small percentage of women, but I do want to talk about it because it does lead to other dangers. And so when I think about self-defense, or when you think about self-defense, you think about if somebody pulls a gun on you, oh, you do this. If somebody tries to sexually assault you, oh, you do this to get out of it. But what about a scenario where somebody financially is supporting you, and then they use that to manipulate you at a very young age? They have way more experience than you, and from a very young age, they start manipulating you. Or what if they just fly off the handle, Let's dive into some of these trends. Let's dive into some of these numbers. So it was a major trend among students in the United States. But since 2015, the website Seeking Arrangements, or the dating site Seeking Arrangement, stated that 500 students, not people, 500 students from the UK has signed up. Now, these students, if you put in your email address from the university, you get free premium access. So why do you think that they would do this? Now let's be honest. These are older men, wealthy men, and they're looking for younger women, right? So how can you prove that you're actually a younger woman? Put in that university email address. Now, here's the crazy thing. In the United States, 4% of students, so 4% of students, based on their numbers, based on how many students are out there, are signed up for the seeking arrangement sites and doing adult work. That's 70,000 nationwide. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 70,000 girls. And these are people who actually put their university email address in the system. How many young girls do you think are out there that put their email address in, but they did not want to put their university email address? So why would they target students? Why would they want students? Why would they give students all of these perks and things of that? So if you set it up in such a way that you're going to get a lot of young students sign up, you give them premium access, you give them a chance to make some easy money, right? So to a student just going into college, $400 or $500, that's a lot of money. But if somebody on there is like 28, 29, 30, they've been on Instagram for like a decade or so, then they're going to be probably talking about $25 to $3,000 just for a night, right? So you target these students, and it's very easy to put them up in a financial situation. If you're a man of means, you got money, and some of these girls are getting 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 sugar daddies at one time. So when I was younger and I thought of the term sugar daddy, I'm thinking that it is one person, that is one daddy, and he's the one pretty much giving her the money. They have an arrangement, but it doesn't, from what I'm learning, it doesn't work like that. Some of these girls, they have 2, 3, even 4, maybe even more than that. I saw an article where one lady, she was an adult. She was actually a mom, and she ended up getting a divorce. She had 10 sugar daddies, and she was living in this nice place, raking in about $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month is good money, but maybe not. I don't think for that. I don't feel that it's worth it. There's a lot of stuff that comes attached to it. So if you get yourself in this situation, and somebody's giving you money, they're not going to give you something for nothing. Now, you may be in a situation where all you have to do is talk on the phone with them and they're giving you money here and there, whatever. But what I'm here trying to do is warn you that it is attached to a lot of stuff. And I'm going to show you this. I want to talk about it because I'm really good at running my mouth, but I do want to stick to the script. I want to stick to my outline today to get the information out. And then I'll put some of my more personal thoughts into this in a little bit. The situation starts sweet and then it goes sour. So first off, there's the physical harm. There could be, there's very high chances that there would be physical abuse. There's very high chances there would be sexual abuse. And what I mean is, you might think like, oh, we're just going to go out to eat. Okay, we may get intimate. That's cool. But then all of a sudden you find yourself doing something strange for a little bit of change. All sorts of just whatever that his imagination could come up to. You're going to be doing stuff that you probably didn't think you were going to do. Very demeaning, could be very painful, and it could lead to a lot of mental health issues in the future. So I'm no psychologist, but when I say mental health issues, I'm talking about the abuse, the embarrassment, the shame. After that, it can kill your ability to have a normal relationship. Let's say you do all this from ages 19 to about 23, and then all of a sudden you're 28 years old, you want to slow down, you want to have children, but you just cannot get into a normal relationship. Whether it be, it's just not normal, you just can't do it. Or what if old footage comes up? What if somebody knows who you are and then that comes back to bite you? Like I said before, these situations, they tend to escalate. Everything starts off nice. Hey, I just want to hang out with you. I just want to spend time with you. All of a sudden get intimate, but then all of a sudden you're not having regular sex anymore. You are doing crazy stuff that you never even imagined that could really humiliate you and affect you in the future. Next, you find yourself between a rock and a hard place. You want to get out, but you can't get out. You're afraid to get help. You're afraid like, oh man, you know what? If I try to go get help, I might get arrested. And what I'm doing is illegal. Is it? You're financially trapped by a sugar daddy. So you might be in a situation where he even put you up into an apartment. He bought you everything. He's paying for your school and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, he pulls the rug from under you. I saw one story where a sugar baby actually got kicked out of the house by her sugar daddy, and she was straight up stranded. And so there's ways that people can financially control you. So that's one form of abuse. And then there's the legal ramifications. So you're trying to figure out, am I doing something illegal? Should I say anything? Nah, I'm not going to say anything. And so there are places that you can go where you can get help. How can you get help? There are places, I'm not going to put the articles on there right now. I need to do more research. But there are places that you can go to where you can transition out of this stuff and you can get help and you can get resources and you can start that road to recovery. So yeah, I'm here to tell you there are some people, men and women, that are predatory out there. So right now I'm talking to the young girls. Right now I'm talking to the girls in between the ages of 19 to 23 that's in college, and you're thinking about doing this. You're on YouTube right now and you're searching, how can I be a sugar baby? Can I be a sugar baby? Is it okay to be a sugar baby? What are the effects of a sugar baby? And when you look at this stuff, there are more videos coming out about it, but there's not enough out there talking about the dangers of it, as opposed to, oh, you should do this. Look at my fancy life. Look at what all I have to do is this, and I'm raking in this much per month. And I'm here to tell you that it's not like that. Now, I may have some guys coming on here and saying, oh man, just let them do it, man. What are you talking about? Man, these girls are predators. They're going to take our money. And I am going to make a video series about that, just talking about the dangers of being a sugar daddy, where, you can get blackmailed, you can get robbed, you can lose your life, and it's happening. But today I do want to focus on that age group because it's very unexpected. It was something that I didn't think about, whenever I went to go and teach self-defense classes. Looking at the age group, I see a bunch of kids, but if there's just one kid, because right now it's 4% of students. And so that means all the students that I train, there's a possibility that 4% of them have tried the Seeking Arrangements website, whether they don't have a lot of means or they can be millionaires. Their parents can be millionaires and they do it anyway. I don't know. And so I know that this trend is going up and up and up. It's doubling. In 2019, it was 4% of students. In 2017, it was 2% of students based on this article. So it's 2022 right now. That number may be 6 or 7 or 8%. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop it to make people say, oh, you know what? I'm just not going to do that. But maybe I might have a few hundred people. I might have 5, 6, 7 people. I might be able to save a life. Or you might be able to take this video and send it to somebody else, somebody who's thinking about it, and you might avoid disaster or avoid a calamity. So that's all I'm trying to do here right now, folks. It's self-defense, but this is more in the prevention category. So that's all I got now. If you found this helpful, or if you have a situation that you know about, you can hop on here and comment, and we can talk about this. And then you can help me, teach me something that I didn't know about this stuff. So that's all I got for now. I will see you on the next one.